Hey everybody, Alex here. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of 2 Weeks, 1 Shot, a tabletop RPG variety podcast. Well, we've arrived at episode 8 of season 2 and to the finale of The Case of the Empty Cradle. The private eyes of the Frank Darling Detective Agency have reached the end of the road, and probably the end of their smarts, as they face off with the Farian Brotherhood. Jeez, I can't believe we let that stay in. Make sure to listen to the first part of this week's announcements, as we have 2 big updates. One for our schedule, and another in our eternal search for an editor. All right, let's get into the adventure. Previously on 2 Weeks, 1 Shot.
Each of you begin passing out as the noxious gas overtakes you, and there are 6 figures.
I see that you wanted to find the Farian Brotherhood. Well, you have most definitely found us.
We are looking for, I suppose, a number of people.
My daughter, of course. Right?
Well, yes, his daughter, a young baby, and an older gentleman.
Who we believe is a gnome.
We are, in fact, looking for members.
This is sounding like a multi-level marketing scheme. Does your company offer a 401k retirement plan?
We don't have a 401k per se.
We have a 401b.
It's over.
So
It's
you
done.
have children that need to go to college.
What is this, a non-profit? No, get this out of here.
Oh no, you know now far too much. All of you will fight each other until there is no more.
They place a lead pipe behind you all.
Don't pipe me, bro.
The nutcracker that was outside the store is now inside. All of a sudden, they begin to come together into some grotesque, singular monstrosity. When you hit her, the square spell disappears.
Mr. Wolf, you did it. We're freed from this prison.
Lu Fang, you're up.
Well, now that Lou has a free shot at the monstrosity before us, he is going to run in and do what some would refer to as his alpha strike, because Lou is a fearsome combatant when he wishes to be. So I'm doing a couple of things here.
Okay.
First off, I'm going to use a bonus action to use a class feature I have from my fighter levels, and specifically my fighter archetype, which is the samurai. I'm using a use of my fighting spirit, which gives me 5 temporary hit points and gives me advantage on weapon attack rolls until the end of my current turn.
Wow. Okay.
So that's that. And then I'm also going to preemptively use my action surge, which allows me to take 1 additional action on top of my regular action.
Okay.
And that will allow me to make 4 attacks at this creature, all of them with advantage.
Okay. Awesome.
Which would be even lovelier if I had my trusty sword for my sneak attack, but even with just this pipe, I think we'll be able to do some good work here. So let's go ahead and start rolling. So first attack is what would that be total? First attack is a 23.
Okay, that hits.
All right, and that deals, let me grab my D8. That's going to deal 12 damage.
And this is, what type of damage is this?
I mean, it's the pipe, so I would assume it's like bludgeoning and it counts as magical.
It does not count as magical.
Pipe damage.
Pipe damage.
It's just.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're just fancy pipes.
It's economic damage, really.
Yeah. This is the damage from the market.
Lead poisoning, maybe?
This is financial damage.
They've been selling pipes if you haven't caught on yet.
Oh, that's what the product is.
Yeah.
Made by a masterwork plumber.
Yeah. Second attack is going to be a natural 20, critical hit.
Okay, nice. You totally hit.
Beautiful. And that's going to deal 16 damage.
Okay.
Third attack is going to be a 22 to hit.
Okay, you hit.
All right, that's going to deal 15 damage.
All right, got it.
And fourth and final attack is gonna be, believe it or not, I'll take a picture of this to prove it. Both dice came up with a natural 20.
Wow.
Take a picture. Take a picture.
So
No, I believe
once
you.
again, no. I'll take the picture.
No, I don't believe him. Take a picture.
No, we need a picture because this is a pantsless podcast. And
Yeah,
that way we
right.
can put it on our Patreon.
Pantsless podcast. Make sure your pantsless pants are there.
I'm getting the picture evidence.
I better be able to see the bare tops of your legs.
Right?
Yeah, right there. Here we go. I took it with Snapchat, and I'll put it on my Snapchat story
Who the fuck does that?
So I'll be able to see it.
to prove to the world.
I don't have you on Snapchat.
Oh, no.
Well, I can add you on Snapchat, and I also have it saved, so I can just I can put it on the Discord
No,
too.
I'm not their demographic.
Oh my goodness! All right.
Oh, come now.
Well, I'll send that on the Discord, but for right now, just for the sake of moving on with the podcast, that's going to be a fat 21 damage from the final hit there.
Okay.
PH fat.
Well,
Okay, 21 damage.
muzzle.
Yep. So as Lou just gears up and lunges forward and just smashes into this creature with this pipe as many times as he can.
All right, you do that, and you can tell that basically the fairy folk are hurt. They've taken damage, but they seem to be resilient towards physical damage. They're hurt, but it's a little bit like when you hit a strong man across the face, and he turns, and then he turns his head back to look at you, and he gives you that sort of
Yeah.
Anyways, so that's exactly what happens.
That's fine.
Grotank, you are up.
Well, now that I'm up, I guess perhaps I should heal myself because I'm down to half fucking health now. Jesus Christ, guys.
I mean, you don't have to if you don't want to.
You're fine.
I know it's a one shot, right? Okay.
Stop bitching about it.
I'm going to book it across the room and search a box
Okay.
that doesn't seem to be its full pipes for my stuff.
Oh, so you check one of the bottom crates.
Yeah.
And you roll a d20.
More pipes. More pipes.
Please not be more pipes, or at least be much more throwable pipes. Damn. I rolled a 4 plus, I assume many things.
It's just a straight 4. How about your perception? Add your perception to it.
My perception, it's a, call that, it's a 12.
Okay. It is indeed your weapons. The crate is filled with all of your original weapons.
Damn. I'm gonna grab my heavy crossbow and I'm gonna load that motherfucker. And I'm going to shoot Trusty Jeff. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. I'm gonna.
Bring it, bitch!
Okay. So I feel like I've done a lot, but I'm gonna try to do one more crazy thing then. I've run across the room, I've grabbed my weapon, I'm shooting a crossbow. Can I cast a spell?
You can do one attack. You can't do
Damn.
one action and one movement.
Okay, here I go. So I've run across the room, I've grabbed my trusty crossbow, I'm gonna take a wild shot, and I'm gonna aim for the troll. And he knows why.
Okay. All right, fire.
Y'all think I couldn't do anything? Well, here comes old Blue Tank. Ooh, doing really well. I rolled a 28.
A 28. You hit.
Yeah, that's right. Now I have to find a 1/10. Fucking 1/10. Fucking just gotta. I empower my bow with all of my magic rangery stuff that I have, and I shoot it at the troll in particular. I roll a 6.
You miss.
Wow.
No. I have to, for damage. I rolled a 6.
For
after my
damage.
27.
Okay.
I just did
Awesome.
6 damage. Please let me hit that motherfucker. Jesus Christ.
You hit him.
Thank you. I'll go now.
That was good.
Beat it death. Beat it death.
Okay, in that moment, the dolls all begin to spark with psychic energy, and they use chain lightning, and so they create a bolt of lightning that arcs towards, we're gonna say, the nearest character, which is going to be Mr. Dobbs, actually. Mr. Wolf. Hobson Wolf.
Mr. Wolf?
God, there's no Dobbs.
There is no Dobbs.
Lou Dobbs is officially part of this podcast. Thank you for your service, sir. You suck, by the way. You're a sellout. Thank you for listening.
3 bolts then leap from that target to as many 3 other targets, which each of which must be within 30 feet of the first target. Target can be a creature or object. A target must make a dexterity saving throw. Target takes 10 d8 lightning damage on a failed save, or half as much damage on a successful one. And you have got to beat a 15 with your dex.
So who all is getting hit?
It's
Well, I think first we check if it hits Hobson Wolf, and if it
Okay.
hits him, then it's going to
Ooh.
hit all of us.
So no pressure.
So I have an ability that if I succeed the saving throw, I take no damage on a dex saving throw.
oh wow. And remember, on a success or on a fail for the rest of you,
That was the floor.
you still take damage. It was a 4.
It was a floor.
It was a
Floor. I hate that number.
I'm going to re-roll on
Oh.
the table.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Okay, you know I'm telling the truth because I got an 8
Ouch.
total.
Total?
What was the floor one?
I didn't look. I just picked it up.
Good lord. Hobson is not a very dexterous man.
No, he's a halfling.
Okay. So let's do 10 d8. We'll just do it here real fast. And you take 49 damage.
He's fine. He's fine.
Jesus.
You're gonna be fine.
That's okay.
Yeah, that's all right. That's fine.
That's all right.
Walk it off, champ. Walk it off.
He's okay.
Hobson is unconscious.
And the rest of you roll to see how this turns out.
Okay, sure, buddy. Let's do that.
I don't know what you guys are worried about. I just rolled another nat 20 for no reason.
Okay. This is a dexterity?
Can't do shit earlier sometimes, but
Take only half damage. Yeah, dex.
Oh, I only take half if I fail it. Okay. That's good.
So 24.
Okay. I rolled a 15.
You only take 24 damage.
Okay, so I'm only down to 5 then. Because these assholes decided to wail on my ass.
I got a 7. Do I take 49 damage?
Trusty Jeff.
So take a full 49. You take a full 49 damage.
Jeff's gonna lay down for a little while. But
Trusty Jeff lying down on the job again, I see.
more like sleepy Jeff. I'm dying.
All right. Hobson did not go down because that ability also allows him to take half damage if he fails.
Just to reiterate, Trusty Jeff is down.
Yay for rogues.
In that moment, the moment that Trusty Jeff goes down, the nutcracker that has suddenly appeared in the corner
No.
suddenly springs into action
No.
Is it my daughter?
and jumps and attacks the assortment of dolls with a uncanny animal-like ferocity.
Nice.
And
Am I the Nutcracker now?
We're all in that.
The real Nutcracker was the friends we made along the way.
Yeah.
in a smooth succession of hits, just punches and kicks all the dolls away from each other. And then with that, all members of the Farian Brotherhood fall onto the floor and all of them are knocked out. And the mysterious figure, the mysterious Nutcracker, lingers over their unconscious bodies.
Well, we did it.
Can anyone help Trusty Jeff? I am not trained in medical professionalism.
I'm feeling quite sizzled over here.
When you say that, the Nutcracker comes forward and goes over to Trusty Jeff and does he extends his hands.
No,
And then
Trusty
he does-
Jeff's not comfortable with this.
He does a Mr. Miyagi,
Oh, man.
heating of the hands.
Don't let him crack me.
That's exactly it. He puts his hands on Trusty Jeff's head and he cracks it, cracks the shoulders, cracks the arms, and then he cracks the back. And in that moment, Trusty Jeff's eyes open and he begins breathing.
Oh, I feel great.
Thank you, strange nut-cracking individual. You have done us a great service. It will not be forgotten. Also, what's your deal?
And you hear from the small partition of where the mouth is. I am the terror that comes in the night.
I am the jailer who throws away the key. I am.
And he pulls off his face, and before you see a much younger version of Trusty Jeff. But his face is more dashing and distinguished, and he solely has a mustache. I am Stalwart Fred, man of 1,001 faces. Why, hello there, little brother. Still mucking about with these half-rate detective agencies, I see.
You fools! Avert your eyes! He's too beautiful.
The word is halfling, not half-rate.
You should have really tried being a superhero. It's 900 times better, little brother.
Wait, explain to me. You're younger than me, but older than me?
That's right. I am your secret twin. You remember as children how father went off to raise one child and mother raised you? I was that other child, for I was born 900 seconds later after you. Yes.
This really hurts because Mom left me at an orphanage.
Wow. Wow.
That shouldn't surprise you, for you see, I am 900 times better than you, brother.
See what nurture can do for you? It's amazing.
This sounds like another one of those private family conversations. I'm going to... you can hush that out later, but...
I'm glad the attention's been taken away from me and my daughters as I slip around.
Oh, don't worry. The attention will come back to you and your daughters. But, in the meanwhile, 1,000-face man...
1,001 faces!
Yeah. Well, you have one right now, so 1,000 others. Assuming you've been in that getup for a little while...
Many, many days!
You don't happen to know anything about a gnome kidnapper we've been chasing?
Of course I do! I, too, am on the case to look for the missing Shylock!
Oh, good. You're no better than us, then. All right, well, I suppose that means if you've been on the case several days and we've made it this far already, then you're about as good as detectives as us. That's, well, anyway.
Much better. 900 times better than him.
Yeah, well, 900 times 0 still 0, so, you know. The fucking nutcrackers on this guy, huh?
Allow me to break the case, gentlemen. And with that, the stalwart Fred, man of 1,001 faces, goes over to the sofa and he moves it and he reveals a staircase that goes down. Down there, I believe, you will find Montgomery Adams, and I presume Shylock himself, along with his grandson. I have a stutter.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you know, Trusty Jeff does have you beat there. I've never heard him mush his lines like that, so,
He's a much better orator, I have to say.
It's called presents!
And I have it 901 more times.
Okay, when he moves, is it like this kind of thing?
It is very blocky. He moves like a Lego figure.
Trusty Jeff's gonna push him over and then go downstairs.
yeah, just sort of knock him over.
No, I'm serious. Trusty Jeff's gonna walk over, push him, and be like, can't solve the case if you can't get up, bitch.
Jeff, do you want me to, you know, cave his skull?
We can light him a fire. It seems to be just all one large piece of wood.
No, I've got firebolt. I've got it.
Brother, I saved your life. What would father, mother think?
They put me in an orphanage again. Yeah, all right.
We'll deal with this later, right after Grotank and his family.
Yeah.
Let's go find the guy.
Yep.
My therapist is getting a huge check this week. Fuck.
Hey, let's grab our weapons and gear and go down.
All right.
Oh, you know, I'm really a big fan of this pipe, actually. So. I'll take the sword too, but it's not a bad piece of equipment, this thing.
It's a +2 pipe.
It's a +2 pipe. That's not bad.
Well, a pipe of +2 to busting
The
knees.
pipe of plumbing.
What more do I want?
Faces.
You might say I'm very apt at laying this pipe, if you know what I mean.
Wow. Wah, wah.
You know what else we can do with that pipe later? We can smoke it.
You can put your weed in there.
Yeah.
Sorry.
There's an old man.
Yeah, when you get downstairs, you see indeed an old man who you presume to be Montgomery Adams, but he seems to be sleeping in a chair.
I grab him by the collar and I wake him. And I say, "Where's my daughter, you bastard? Where's my daughter?"
The old man doesn't react. Roll a d20 plus your perception.
Okay.
Oh, is he dead?
It's a 1.
Yeah, is this a gnome or?
Yeah, is he gnome size?
He is not gnome-sized.
And so I rolled a 1 plus 7. It's a 1.
This is not the man we want, Grow Tank.
I slap him around a little bit.
No, let him work.
This is true detectiving.
I want to kick him to give me one swift kick as well.
You also get a swift kick.
You're seeing a masterclass.
When you, in detection, when you slap him, his skin is ice cold.
Tight. Listen here, you crabby bastard. Wake up and tell me what I need to know.
I'm looking around for anything else of interest.
Roll a d20.
Can I help him?
Yeah.
Kick him again.
I think I'd be helping you, if anything. Well, if we're aiding one another, then someone is rolling advantage, but I would guess that Hobson Wolf is better.
If he's aiding you, then you roll twice and take the larger number.
Yeah, no, okay, all right. If you're aiding me, then I guess I'll roll. I was saying maybe Hobson should roll. God damn, my dice are all over. One of them's a 1, one of them's a 20. This is some nonsense. I guess that's a 25 then.
Yeah, do the 20.
Yeah, I mean, not exactly complaining. It's just wild how erratic they're being. But that is a 25.
Wow. So you begin examining the room, and you see that on the wall seems to be like one of those like elaborate boards that explains like a step, like a whole plan. And it just basically goes Farian Brotherhood, Troll Doll. There's an arrow like that pointing to a shoddy drawing of Shylock's house. There's a shoddy drawing of like the troll with like a baby. There's another line that kind of like points to a bunch of notes regarding essentially a resurrection spell and a list of ingredients to make a phylactery.
Phylactery, it's what you keep toenails in. Yeah, what?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's about right. Coveted item of D&D.
Right.
I begin to think that perhaps this plot is thicker than we could have ever imagined. There's a lot going on here that we never stumbled into or figured out.
I dare say, I don't want to alarm anyone, but I fear the old man might be dead.
Grow Tank, I fear the old man may or may not even be anyone that we care about. At the moment, at least, I think we need to find where the people that are alive are. Does anyone see a door or a window or another room?
Yeah, roll perception.
Yeah, I'll roll perception to see what else is in the room. Now there's phylacteries involved? Come on, Frank. We were never going to solve this one. So a few announcements here. We're going on a mid-season break, but do not worry. We'll be back in about a month and a half on July 19. We're not going to call this a hiatus because we're going to be working on a bunch of stuff behind the scenes during this whole time. Really, this all is me trying to catch up on content and our other hosts working on improving their audio setups and us looking into different audio equipment. And really, it's just we're a small team. We all have busy professional and personal lives. So I'm trying to keep up with all the content that we have scheduled, but I need a little bit of time to get ahead of the curve, you know. But during that break, you can still see Brian and I on Shenanigans of Duskville at twitch.tv/Tavernaut on Sundays starting at 9 a.m. Central, 10 a.m. Eastern. That's twitch.tv/TavernAUT. And make sure to follow Tavernaut on Twitter to see the stream schedule. So all of this mid-season break stuff actually ties in with our second announcement, which is that we are going to put it out there into the universe that we're searching for an editor. We're looking for someone with experience with Premiere Pro, and they will primarily be editing and mastering our crazy dialogue audio that we have from our sessions. So if you know someone who has that sort of experience, if you are someone who has that sort of experience, if you want to put it out there to anyone that you might know who does this sort of thing, go ahead and send us an email at twoscast@gmail.com. That's TWOScast@gmail.com. And we'll reach out to set up a meeting where we can kind of go over some of the finer details of what we're hoping to do here. All right, let's do some Twoscast housekeeping. It's tough to find time to sit down and read a book when everything's kind of opening back up and you're in the car or you're on a bus or you're walking down the street or you're learning how to be on all fours like a horse, or if you're, trying to master the art of flight with your telekinetic telepathic powers. But all of that, it keeps you busy and it doesn't leave you with any time to sit down and read your favorite book. So I'm here with some good news for you. We have partnered with Audible to give you a free trial period. If you visit audibletrial.com/twoscast, that's TWOScast, and sign up for a free trial period, you'll get access to an abundance of podcasts and digital audio books where you now, while you master that art of flight and become the first human to fly without a machine using the wonderful marvel that is your brain and mind power, you'll also be reading your favorite Harry Potter book. Because when you're trying to learn how to move pens with your mind, there's nothing better than to have the soothing voice of a narrator going through your favorite pieces of literature to really fine-tune and target those unlocked portions of the human brain, because we only use 10% of our brains. I've heard in movies and in people who don't know what they're talking about. Because you might listen to this show and think, man, if we only use 10% of our brains, how little are they using? And I get that sentiment. But look, like I said, go to audibletrial.com/twoscast. Not only will you be supporting your need to listen to your favorite pieces of literature, you'll also be supporting the show, which we always appreciate. So when you get a chance, and once you're done staring at that pen on the desk, that one day when you push your hand out and it moves, it's not going to be because of the wind from your hand. It's going to be because your innate telepathic powers have finally kicked in. Head on over to audibletrial.com/twoscast. That's TWOScast. I want to give a huge, humongous, tremendous, ginormous, titanic thank you to my big brother, Frank Rodriguez, for running this adventure, for putting up with us for so long as we really just Mr. Magoo'd our way through this entire thing. Frank, you put together a really fun, really detailed adventure that we kind of just glossed over entirely, and bless your heart for putting up with us. Frank has been a huge supporter of the show, and to have him come on and DM a whole adventure for us, on top of all the other little things we've had him do on the show, is just, it touches my heart very much. And I just want to say thank you so much, big brother. We look forward to forcing you to DM for us again soon. Want to give another thank you to Rolemusic for providing our awesome intro song titled The River. Also to Kevin MacLeod for the songs Faster Does It, Cool Cats, On the Ground, and Rollin at 5, which are played throughout the episode. And to the contributors at freesound.org for some of the sound effects and ambient noises you're hearing throughout the episode. Be sure to check the show notes for more info and links to all the music in the episode. And if you'd like to support the show, you can visit patreon.com/twoscast. And for just $2 a month, you can help us in having more funds that we can push over to an editor, which means that we'd have more time to put out more content, kind of like Patreon-specific stuff, longer form adventures, more weird stuff like Twos Talks. Really, there's a bunch of stuff that we want to do, and having your support through platforms like Patreon or the Audible trial really does enable us to dedicate more time to this weird thing that we call a show, and shows us that you're enjoying what we're making. For more of us here at Twoscast, check us out on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Just search Twoscast, that's TWOScast, and use hashtag Twoscast to say hello. To hear the show, head over to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Podbean, or Google Podcasts. If you're listening on Spotify or Podbean, follow us to be notified when episodes come out. And hey, while you're at it, go ahead and rate our podcast on Spotify or leave us a review on Apple Podcasts. We don't advertise the show at all right now, so positive ratings and word of mouth are our most powerful tools to help the show grow. Any and all support is greatly appreciated. I hope you all enjoy the finale to this adventure. And hey, while we're on this break working our asses off behind the scenes, this is a great time for you to go ahead and recommend the show to somebody. Or if you yourself haven't heard some of our previous adventures, go back into the catalog, take a look at some of them. We've got some really, really fun ones that if you're really just tuning in for this second season, the first season is just weird and we love it. And we'd love it if you went back and listened to a couple of them also. All right, that's enough of me gabbing your ears off. Let's get back to the adventure. We definitely, totally, of course, did not rush through this ending at all. Honestly, for real. Well, y'all, I don't know why you let me roll perception, because I got
I got a 25. I don't know if I see a door or a window or another room.
Oh, yeah, maybe Brian already sees a door, because I got a 6.
Yeah, I rolled a 1.
Well, there is a bookcase in the back, and on the floor there seem to be scoff marks.
Lou starts, he tries to move the bookshelf first, and if that doesn't work, he just starts pulling books off the shelves.
Okay, roll a d20 plus your strength.
Well, that's another natural 1, because that's all my dice are doing
Wow.
tonight, all or nothing. So that's a 5, which I'm assuming doesn't work. So yeah, we're gonna start fucking, he like tugs once at the shelf and then just starts flinging books off the shelves.
Okay, got it. You begin removing as many books as you can until finally the bookshelf is light enough, and you begin to pull at it. When you pull back at it, there behind the bookshelf is like a small little chamber. And in the chamber, there seems to be like first and foremost, there's like a table with a bunch of like potions and beakers and stuff like that. Beneath it is what appears to be the body of a older gentleman. You would all recognize him as Shylock. And he appears to be also unconscious, but in his arms is a sleeping child, a baby.
Perhaps that's the old man we were looking for.
Well, I will admit I was thinking I would find a mechanism for a secret door, but that worked too. Hey, Shylock.
There's no response from the man on the ground. The baby does begin cooing.
I'm going to pick up the baby.
If he picks up the baby, I give the old man a kick.
No.
It's my way. I kick.
You kick. You kick the old... does anyone pick up the baby?
Yeah, Hobson did.
Okay, Hobson picks up the baby. Roll a d20. Perception.
Oh, it's a 19 to 7. It's a 16. 26, excuse me.
Well, real fast. Hobson, roll a d20.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay. Plus your perception.
That is 26.
26. You notice that the baby is unusually pale, and there seems to be a series of like little pinpricks that have healed on the baby's arm.
It's not good.
But otherwise, the baby's fine. Grotank, when you kick the old man on the ground, a little vial seems to roll out from within his coat.
I pick up the vial.
Okay? It's empty.
It's empty. I give it a sniff. I roll a sniff.
Okay. It smells of strange chemicals.
The smells of strange chemicals.
That's very useful knowledge. I'm glad.
Roll your arcana.
Okay. Oh, it's a 4.
Yeah. It reminds you of like if someone were to like mix acetone with ketchup. That's the scent you got.
Taco Bell. Tight.
Perhaps around the room there are ingredient lists or vials of blood that might explain this pale baby.
I mean, honestly, that's interesting, but, we've done our job. We found the baby, we found the guy.
And solving mysteries is nowhere near a part of that. You're right.
Yeah, fucking paycheck, bro. Let's do this shit.
Whereas, we don't see Grotank's daughter in the room, do we? Or is she there too?
You do not see Grotank's daughter.
Oh, okay, well.
Well, at least I'll have something else to do with myself.
Well, we're not getting paid for her, so...
We were never going to get paid for her, so I think this is a wrap, boys. We did our job.
All right, everybody, hands in the middle, bring it in, team.
Bare minimum, boys, bare minimum.
Okay.
Get paid.
And as we put our hands in the middle, we slip the cuffs onto Grow Tank.
You're going to jail.
I immediately jump into the bag with my daughters. You'll never catch me.
Well, that was easy.
Is that what Grow Tank
Did he
does?
just,
He steps into his own bag?
Yep, into the bag I go.
well, I guess that solves that, because now we can, if we just hold on to the bag, he can't go anywhere.
It's true. It's true.
When he goes into the bag, when he jumps back into the bank, you hear you hear a series of
Oh no.
women just yelling and screaming and shouting. It's very clear that there are some upset ladies inside that bag yelling at him.
Oh good, I only have 5 health points left, so this is a great way to die.
I don't know if they're fighting you per se, but there's some angry scolding happening.
Family. No, you gotta do what you can for family. I think that's a great moral lesson that we've all learned from this experience.
Yeah.
Is he doing this speech to his daughters that are yelling at him? Family is important.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, while he's in the bag, just one last investigation check around the room. Is there anything that shows chemicals or looks like some sort of reason why these two are the way they are?
Yeah, let's all investigate to see what we can find.
Cool.
Okay.
Let's go. I don't know why I'm bothering to roll. No, wow, I actually got pretty well. That's a 16 for me.
Okay. I got a 22.
I got a 14.
Okay. All right. You look around the room, once again, noticing now that there seems to be some sort of an inner sanctuary with a bunch of vials, and you go back to the wall. You notice that there's an elaborate plan here. Using your detective skills, you piece together that apparently Montgomery Adams was trying to turn himself into a lich. And the best way to turn yourself into a lich is to build a phylactery. And phylacteries require the blood of a child, of an innocent child. And so he decided to kidnap, using the Farian Brotherhood as his cohorts, the grandson of his great enemy, who followed him out, found out where he was hiding, but made it too late. He had taken the potion to turn into a lich, and he figured that the only way to best a lich is to become one. So both of them had essentially taken this poison to turn them into lich, but part of that process is dying. So you know, based on looking at this plan on the wall and using all these facts, that in due time, both these characters will come back in only a matter of hours and clearly duke it out into what may or may not involve you.
Doesn't seem like it'll involve us.
Well,
I don't think this needs to involve us.
nope. Suck it, Stalwart. I solved that shit on my own.
Lou, do you remember when we first met?
Depends on the part.
The bit with the fire.
Oh!
Yes, let's do that.
Oh! Alright.
Are you just saying light them on fire? That wasn't really all that nuanced.
I think we're saying to burn down this whole building around them.
Could have just said that.
Can't resurrect yourself if you're burned to ashes, bitch.
Do it.
Well, fucking spark it up, dude. Let's do this shit.
So describe to me how you do it and what you do.
Firebolt.
So you know how you said there's all those chemicals in this room with us?
With a liberal application of Firebolt, we got it.
Oh, yeah.
We do take the baby and the bag of holding.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, you get the bag holding the baby and you begin to pour the chemicals everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, we might be just firebolting the chemicals themselves to blow them up in their beakers. We might do,
Yeah.
we probably pour some on the floor. Lou knows a thing or two about arson.
That's why I asked Lou.
Don't ask him why, because he's legally not obligated to tell you, but
Yeah, the courts couldn't prove anything.
Never convicted.
In that moment, as you're pouring the chemicals all around the room, you hear the shriek of a woman, and you turn around and you see Grow Tank's daughter. She's coming down this staircase, and she has what seems to be a bunch of groceries, and she's dropped the groceries, and she's like, "You found us out! Oh my God! You clearly knew that I was dating Montgomery Adams the whole time, and that's how I was able to pay my way.
Oh shit, her.
I pop my head out of the bag of holding. You're dating?
That's right.
Jeff, keep the bag open. Lou darts forward, grabs her, and stuffs her head first into the bag of holding.
Yes! Thank you! We're all together. Resolution for my character.
When you open the bag up, you can hear an elaborate, just a bunch of women yelling at Grotank, and Grotank poorly defending himself. And now an additional voice has been added in there. That's like, I only dated Montgomery because you didn't believe in me, Dad, and he was gonna support me, and when he was gonna come back as a lich, he was gonna make me even bigger than I am now, but you never believed in me, and you close the bag.
What are the chances we can put old Stalwart inside the bag too, you know? If we're just keeping up the trend of family members.
Lou looks at the other two and he's like, so would it be morally irresponsible to toss that bag into the fire when we walk out of here?
If only because at least 2 of those people might not be guilty of anything.
Three.
Well,
There's 5 people in there now.
Statistically speaking, one's shady.
My youngest daughter's a saint. She doesn't deserve a thing.
We'll deal with that later. For now,
Firebolt, bitch! Points one lazy finger at whatever we've made.
I think that's the t-shirt for the podcast.
firebolt, bitch.
Play us out, darling.
The room begins to burn. Montgomery Adams begins to burn.
Firebolt that, firebolt this.
Shylock begins to burn. The walls are on fire. Everything is burning.
Pew pew.
Pew pew! When you go upstairs, Stalwart Fred is gone.
No.
What a crappy superhero. He immediately introduces himself as secret.
He let us do all the work. All he did was crack my back real good. I don't even know how many hit points I have from that.
One. You had one.
Just one.
He did the Miyagi hot hands.
Yeah, did the bare minimum, Miyagi.
The bare minimum for bare minimum detectives.
I heard that.
Well, perhaps we will deal with him again at a future date, perhaps. But for now, I think our job is done.
As you walk away from the burning, blazing toy store.
Very badass, very cool looking.
Very cool, very cool.
Yeah, very cool looking, slow motion. And the road ahead of you, yeah, it's quite the distance from where you're at to where the office is at. If that even is where Frank Darling is currently residing.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have to go pick up the boss from his bender. Oh jeez.
Grotang hops along the group in his bag with his head sticking out. Just
No, you don't. That bag is closed.
It's got tape.
That bag is closed and slung over Lou's shoulder. It is tied up tight.
Drop it off at the police station for the sheriff.
Yeah, you guys can sort this one out.
All right, everyone bring it in. Hands in the middle. 1, 2, 3, paycheck.
Bare minimum. Okay. Well, there you go, guys. That's all I got for you.
All right. That's the most of a solution we've ever gotten on this show.
Camera fades to black.
You know, when it's a one shot, getting to a solution is just not it's not the goal, right? It's fun along the way. I think maybe sometimes.
Yeah,
Maybe.
something like that.
That's what we tell ourselves.
And that's what we'll keep telling ourselves next time on 2 weeks, 1 shot.
We're definitely doing this again, guys. So continue to subscribe.
Oh, yeah.
We're doing this again.
Yeah, make sure to stick around and see what happens next time.
It's actually pretty exciting. I'm told that the next couple of episode selections from the screen is going to be quite spooky and spicy.
Yeah, we're each going to do monologues from Shakespeare.
They're gonna be, maybe a little raunchy as well. If you're liking that.
Maybe. So if you're 13, don't listen anymore. Stop it.
Yeah, this is the last episode for you, young man and or woman.
Get back to school. It's on you now. okay?
Yeah, come on. Listen, we're expecting you to get at least a C on the big biology quiz coming up.
You have to do better than us.
Why is this an after-school special?
What's that? You showed up to class in your underwear. Not again. You're not dreaming anymore. Wake up! Wake up!
PSA, if a friend offers you anything that Grotank uses,
From any episode of the podcast.
make sure to just, say no. Just don't do that.
Or at least go to a legal state.
If you've ever been approached by a friend who says like, hey, listen, there's this new business that I've been invited to join and I want you to join it too. Say no. Just say no, okay?
Nobody wants to do business with friends.
It sounds exciting. They'll talk a lot about, income loops and, kickbacks, multi-level, be your own CEO and all that. But it's just not, it doesn't work out. It's going to lead you down a very dangerous path.
And this has been the MLM Minute with Brian.
Big thank you to Frank. Thank you for Frank.
Thank you, Frank.
Yeah, of course.
It was a heck of a lot of fun.
Yeah. Big thanks to Frank as our guest DM.
That was fantastic.
Very, very good stuff. Yeah, that was a very, very good time.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that we weren't better detectives.
No, that was wonderful. That was wonderful.
And that's why all of us had to work together.
That's why we don't get a 401k.
This was actually pretty hard, though. I mean, doing a mystery like this is not
Not easy. Not easy.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Especially as a one shot where we kind of have to move along.
I think we can all agree on one thing. Fuck that stalwart guy, right? Like, jeez. Came out real fucking dick.
Yeah, no, honestly, Stalwart Fred, god damn, get him out of here.
weird. Just bad family energy. Also.
Ugh.
Trying to be all cool and winking at me instead of helping.
Super unsupportive.
Coming in here, just right? Like,
Yeah, right? Like there's a lot of stuff happening there that I'm not
In it for the merchandising, man.
What I am a fan of is something that the viewers can't see, but our image of
Oh yeah.
Tony Adams, asleep in his lounge chair.
Please. This is perfect. Thank you.
There's a bunch of little like fire PNGs being dropped all over to show that he's on fire. Also, we have
Grotank sneezing in a bag holding.
Oh, good. I'm so glad you found a sack, Jack.
It's a trash bag. I made your bag of holding a trash bag.
Someone turned him into Dead Joker. I don't know.
yeah. Well, someone drew X's on his eyes and like the little outline of the mouth. And then I realized that I realized that I could easily turn him into the Joker. So
Thank you.
All right. We can't hold the listener hostage anymore. Goodbye.
No, we can. They subscribe to us. This is what they want, and don't leave us. Stay with us for another hour.
Goodbye. We love you all. Take care.
goodbye.
Bye.
Like and subscribe, bitches. All right.